This is Jim Copple with the Legacy Project. Having moved to Utah, despite the fact that I live near the Great Salt Lake, I have transferred my passion for sailing to that of hiking. In fact, I now have shelves of books filled with hiking books that describe easy trails, hard trails, steep trails, all manner of trails. The descriptions kind of go on and on. Utah is proud to proclaim that the mountain trails of Utah exceed the geographic borders of both Alaska and Texas combined. I'm not too sure who came up with that data point or how they measured it, but it's in print, so it must be true. I am determined to hike as many of those trails as I possibly can. I'm not a bush hiker. I am not somebody who seeks to forge a new trail or cut a new path in the woods or in the mountains. In fact, I like well-traveled paths. There's some confidence or assurance that someone has gone before me, cleared the path. It is known, it is marked, it is really well protected, and it more than likely will be safe. I like those kind of trails. Dietrich Bonhoeffer, who has become the darling theologian of both the left and the right, has written a lengthy meditation on Psalm 119. As you may remember, Bonhoeffer was probably the last faith martyr in Hitler's Nazi Germany. In Psalm 119, the first three verses of Psalm 19 are these words: "Happy are those whose way is blameless, who walk in the law of the Lord. Happy are those who keep his decrees, who seek him with their whole heart, who also do no wrong but walk in his ways." Into Scripture. That line, "who walks in his ways," has captured my attention and kindled my imagination, if you will. Bonhoeffer goes on to write, "God's ways are the ways that he has tread before, and that we are to walk with him now. God does not allow us to walk a path that he has not walked beforehand, and which he would not precede us. It is the way cleared by God and protected by God in which he calls us." Close quote. I often encounter markers or warning signs on a Utah hiking trail that simply commands, "Stay on the trail." That tells me there's danger off the trail, and do not divert from the trail. I pay attention to signs that say, "Stay on the trail." It could be dangerous if I move off of it. The trail is already cleared. It is a trail that God has already bushwhacked or cleared, is filled with pastures, steep grades, dark shadows, or covered woods. Yet it is a path that our God has traveled, and one he travels with us over and over again. Bonhoeffer reminds us in verse 2 of Psalm 119, we are a people who seek him with their whole heart. Despite the proclamation and declaration of social media, the political, social, economic, religious path before us as we approach this next election may seem treacherous, but it is not an uncharted path. I anticipate on November 4th there will be people relieved and nearly ecstatic, and then there will be people angry and frustrated with the outcome. An election, or my position in the broader culture, should not be the foundation of my confidence or my happiness. Rather, it is the certitude that whatever path I may find myself on, it is a path already traveled, already secured, and it is a path where I can know his protection. Trump, Biden, Biden, Trump, it will matter, but it will not ultimately matter. Rather, what matters is that all trails matter, because they are traveled already, and traveled by the one who is the road beneath our feet. He is the trailhead and the trail's end on our journey. If hope and freedom are not our destination, then truly we may become distracted and wander off the path and end up in the thicket of despair and resentment. Despite Robert Frost's admonition to take the road less traveled, I think I will take the cleared path that assures me hope and freedom. This is Jim Copple for the Legacy Project.